In today's headlines, the online meeting on the organizing of the high school graduation exam convened by the Education and Training Ministry. Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee met British billionaire Joe Louis on the occasion of his third return on the Aviva mega yacht. Cần Thơ City's Industry and Trade Department and relevant units got to understand the production business situation after the pandemic. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. On Tuesday morning, the Education and Training Ministry organized an online meeting on the organizing of the high school graduation exam. The meeting was transmitted in 63 locations nationwide, with standing by Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Chương attending in Cần Thơ City. This year's high school graduation exam takes place from July 7 to 8. There are more than 1 million contestants across the country, and preparations for the exam have been underway. Attendees at the meeting shared information on local preparation tasks while sharing opinions and proposing organizing measures for a safe and strict exam. In Cần Thơ City alone, there are more than 12,000 contestants, 25 official exam locations, and 529 exam rooms. A standing board for the exam has been set up by the city to prepare for the exam. A conference to review the 10-year implementation of Resolution number 20 of the 11th Party Central Executive Board dated November 1, 2012 on developing science and technology serving the cause of industrialization, modernization in the socialism-oriented market and international integration was organized by Cần Thơ City Party Committee on June 8 morning. The conference had the presence of Standing Vice Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, come Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Phạm Văn Hiểu. As of 2022, the value of high-tech products and high-tech application products stood at 30.6% of the gross domestic product. The technological renovation in 2014-2021 phase in the city stood at 13.02%. Although technical material base and scientific and technological infrastructure have been concerned, they did not match the development demand, specifically the goal of becoming the scientific and technological center of the region. From now to 2030 vision to 2045, Cần Thơ City Party Committee aims at developing science and technology to be suitable for the common trend of the world and conditions of the nation, combining scientific technological development with digital economy, e-governance, digital citizenship, and the process of building a smart city, satisfying the demand of building and safeguarding the fatherland in the new period, and adapting to the fourth industrial revolution. On June 7th afternoon, Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Chương met British billionaire Joe Louis, owner of Tottenham Football Club, on the occasion of the third return on his Aviva mega yacht. According to billionaire Joe Louis, he chooses Cần Thơ for his return because he loves the green nature, fresh air, and friendly, polite, and hospitable people of Cần Thơ. Regarding the suggestion on the potential yacht center in Cần Thơ made on his visit in 2019, the British billionaire said that Cần Thơ has the strength of a fluvial city and should learn experience from countries that the yacht service strongly develops. Especially, Cần Thơ needs to propose the government improve customs procedures for foreign yachts to be globally competitive, because Vietnam can be quite capable of becoming Asia's yacht capital with its strengths in sea routes and river systems. Chairman Chương sincerely thanked precious experiences shared by billionaire Joe Louis, as well as his special affection for Cần Thơ, adding that Cần Thơ has been receiving concerns from the center via important resolutions, especially some special mechanisms policies for developing the city. In the first 5 months of the year, Cần Thơ City's Industrial Development Index increased by over 12% against the same period. This is considered one of the active signals of the economic recovery after the COVID-19 hiatus. As evaluated by competent centers of the city, there have been good signals of recovery in almost industrial production operations, especially the fabrication industry and export. Specifically, last May, the Industrial Production Development Index increased by 6.8% against the previous month. Cumulatively, in the first 5 months of the year, there was an estimated increase of over 12% in the Industrial Production Development Index. The dynamic development in the areas of trade and service has also been seen, with the total revenue of retail sales and service hitting 46,550 billion Vietnam dong, a rise of 19% against the same period. Goods export turnover in May was estimated at $206 million, $905 million in 5 months, cumulatively a rise of 14.5% against the same period. On June 8 afternoon, Cần Thơ City's Industry and Trade Department and some relevant units paid a visit to some businesses in the city to catch information on the production business situation after the pandemic. As observed, businesses have resumed their operations with many optimistic results. As of now, Tây Đô Garment Transport Company has completed 93% of its business plan for the first half of the year and is performing the export plan ordered until October. However, the company is facing a shortage of labor to catch up with the order schedule. As for Vinataba Philip Morris Tobacco Company, according to its leaders, in the last 5 months, roughly 48 million packs of cigarettes of the company have been consumed, representing 40% of the year's plan. The company is finishing procedures to widen its production factories. Leaders of the City and Trade Department highly valued efforts exerted by the businesses in prevention and control of the pandemic associated with ensuring safety in production and business, while acknowledging proposals made by these units to keep obtaining and surpassing plans set for 2022. On June 8, State and Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Chương and representatives of department sectors had a working session with funding suburban district on the disbursement of basic construction capital in the suburban district. In 2022, funding is allocated the basic construction capital of 180,500 million Vietnam dong to build 62 projects. As of May 31, 2022, 26,070 million Vietnam dong was disbursed, representing 14.4% of the year's plan and 75% of the plan in May. The suburban district expects to disburse additional 74,300 million Vietnam dong, representing 41% of the year's plan. The suburban district is facing such difficulties as the increase in floor clearance cost and some problems in the floor clearance task. State and Vice Chairman Dương urged funding suburban district to accelerate instructions with them to ensure progress of projects and check over projects that have not been capitalized for proper solutions. At a working session, State and Vice Chairman Dương and members of the inspection group came to monitor the progress of funding suburban district resettlement zone. In the ongoing Co-op Expo Fair 2022 in Hanoi from June 8 to 13th, Cần Thơ City has 24 cooperatives, businesses, and production units in participation at the fair. The fair is the chance for businesses and cooperatives to advertise their brand names and promote markets for strong products of Cần Thơ City. Also, participation units of Cần Thơ can take this chance to have direct access to procurement and distribution units at home and abroad. Reportedly, products and goods from Cần Thơ City on display at the fair all get safe criterion and all get product certificates from 3 to 4 stars. Now, as usual, before moving to the close, let's take a quick look at the updated weather forecast. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again in this bulletin, please visit our website, kênh TV.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.